What you just listened, I didn't play a single note, and neither did artificial intelligence. I built a system inside Ableton that generates music on its own, using randomness, logic, and a scale to keep everything in key. So in this video, I'm just going to show you how it works. Starting very simple, with tools already built into Ableton, and then push it further with some Max for Live devices to have more control. And by the end of the day, you will have, hopefully, your own generative system, which is music written by itself, while you sit back and relax. How cool is that? The first channel uses Labs, Bell Swarm, and I've picked the Vibraphone Duo preset as an instrument. The note triggering comes from Bouncy Notes, a free Max for Live device inspired by Nature Pack, which fits into a scale device, so everything stays inside the key of D minor and keeps a coherent harmony across the whole project. I've set Bouncy Notes with a really slow gravitational pull, so it only fires every now and then. After that, I've added a probability device set to 67%, which lets most notes through, but still filters some out. If I bypass it, every note plays. If I drop it down to 50% or further to 29%, you hear the difference immediately. The notes start leaving a lot of more space between each other. The higher the percentage, the closer you get to letting everything through. I landed on 67 because it keeps moving without overcrowding the arrangement. So that's channel 1. Random notes in D minor, filtered through probability, so they are not always active. Channel 2 is strings, another Labs instrument, and this time is a cello. In the MIDI clip, there is only one note, a sustained D. Every time that note plays, it passes through a chain. First random Ableton stock MIDI effect, set to 71%, then Expressive chords, and finally the scale device, locking everything to D minor. I put random before Expressive chords on a purpose. Random decide which notes actually comes through, and Expressive chords react to whatever that note turns out to be, pulling a different chord voicing each time. If I reverse the order, Expressive chord would always react to the same D, and the harmony will barely move. This way, a single sustained note becomes a full dynamic chord, chosen by feel rather by root note or scale. So every repeat of the clip gives me a different harmonic color, and the scale device pulls the result back into D minor. Add the probability device on top, and the cello stops playing constantly, leaving room for other instruments. If I trigger the same note over and over, you can hear that it still comes out as a different note and a different chord each time through Expressive chords. It's a subtle difference, and that subtlety is exactly what I want here. If you want to go deeper than my YouTube tutorials and feel the need of having a personal mentorship, I now give one-on-one Ableton Live lesson, online or in person. Whether you are stuck on sound design, mixing, or you just want faster progress, I work directly on your tracks with your question and your personal needs. I'm also a good advisor for artist growth, where you need advices on what to do in your music world. I can mentor your journey with an holistic and ethical approach. Get in touch and we'll take it from there. Channel 3 is the tape orchestra patch from Labs, using the Woods Hollow Crinkle preset, a haunting ethereal texture. I've got 4 clips here, each with different MIDI notes, and each one uses follow action set to any. So whichever clips is currently playing will trigger a different one once it ends, never repeating the same clip, twice in a row. And on top of that, random is set to 56%, and the probability gates sits at 49%, close to a coin flip. So roughly half of the notes get filtered out. The scale device locks everything to D minor. Layer that against the vibraphone and the cello, and you start to hear something closer to a small orchestra, all breathing together in the same key. The probability devices leaves space here too, so this layer isn't playing constantly either. Channel 4 is Ableton native electric instrument, giving a warm Rhodes-style tone. I play this one manually on my keyboard, a short melodic phrase, but I still wanted variety in which notes actually comes through. So I've added a random device set to 71%, randomizing the triggering of the notes I played, with the scale device locking everything to D minor behind. It's probably the simplest chain in this whole session. Just a manual performance, random reshuffling, which notes fire, and scale keeping it all in key. Channel 5 is a sub-bass patch in Arturia Pigment, functioning almost like a low-end anchor. It runs through the scale device in D minor, and I've added CHORDinates, a free Max for Live device by Noise Garden. CHORDinates turns individual MIDI notes into full chords, with up to 20 chords types available and the option to randomize its parameter for more variation. I play a simple melodic line on the keyboard, and CHORDinates convert each note into a chord. If I bypass it, and you just get a single bass note. Still corrected by the scale, still musical, but without the harmonic movement. With CHORDinates active, the sub-bass became a chord in its own right. I've covered CHORDinates in a more depth in a previous tutorial on this channel. Link is up above if you want to have the full breakdown. It's a genuinely addictive device once you start playing with it. Channel 6 goes back to laps. This time, the Vibraphone Duo patch again, playing a single note. First in the chain is a Random Chord Generator Pro, a Max for Live device from Mario Nieto, set to D minor. It works similarly to CHORDinates, but with a different interface, offering 52 chord types, along with manual or automatic randomization of inversion and velocity, plus an arpeggio delay that lets you spread the chord into a strum across octaves with varying velocity. Next to this, I've added a velocity device, randomizing dynamics further. So some hits land harder and some softer. After that comes another random device set to 50%, making sure the note that plays is always different from the one selected before. Then the scale device brings everything back into D minor, and a probability gate on top, which I've dialed down to 70% to 38. So these layers trims right back and only fires occasionally. The final layer is rhythm. I'm using 11 audio clips of jungle-style drum breaks, all set to follow action so that once one clip finishes, it randomly triggers another one from the pool. I've added some reverb and auto filter to glue them into the mix. The tempo sits at 90 BPM, so this is a down-tempo take of a jungle breaks, not the usual high-energy version. It's there to add rhythm without pulling focus from the melodic layers. Now, if I bring in every channel alongside, the drums just hold their own rhythmic role, sitting underneath and accompanying the melodic phrases from all other instruments. That's the full system. Random note, scale, chords, and probability all working together to write music on their own. So if you want to skip the setup and go straight to experimenting, the full project is available to download on my Patreon. And most of the instruments that I use today are from Spitfire Labs, and they're also for free, and you can grab directly from the website. And some of the Max for Live devices that I use are also for free. Everything is included inside the Ableton project that you will get from my Patreon. So everything is ready to go the moment you open it. And if you enjoy this, please subscribe for more generative and sound design content, and I'll see you in the next one.